Cheers, guys. So good. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sipping tea and I'm gonna spill some tea on my sex life and share with you guys. I have another video on celibacy and things like that, intimacy, and I'll link those videos down below. If it's your first time here, welcome. And you guys, I was not gonna do this video topic today, but I was going through my notebook and I saw a lot of this stuff written down and I was like, you know what? It's a sign to open up and share with you guys about this topic because it's important. I mean, people just think that sex, there's no reason, like, why would you be abstaining? Are you a nun? Like, you know, is it for religious reasons? And it's none of those things, you guys. Really, I've just been on a spiritual journey, which you guys know I love talking about spirituality. And so today I just want to open up about what celibacy is really like. It's not so bad. It's actually a really beautiful experience that I feel like if you haven't had sex yet, I encourage you to really be mindful of who you choose to share yourself with. And if you have already had sex, if you are sexually active but you're curious about what a celibacy journey is like, then I hope this can help you. And even if you're in a relationship, a healthy, loving marriage or relationship, taking a break from sex can still benefit you spiritually, emotionally, and we're gonna get into some of the reasons of why. And so I'm close to 2 years celibate. I have a whole new outlook on intimacy, and so that's what I want to share with you guys today. I see celibacy as a detox. I see celibacy as a chance to just come back to yourself, really coming back to purity, coming back to your innocence. And this is just what happens when you start abstaining from sex. It's really like a chance for me time and for you to get to know yourself on a deeper level. The relationship that you end up focusing on is the one that you have with yourself. There are no distractions. When you have sex with somebody, your energies become entangled and you start taking on just that other person. It's a relationship, you know, and so when you are celibate, it's a chance for you to get to know yourself deeper, get to know yourself on a soul level. It's very pure, and you are able to connect to your inner child and connect to God, you know, the Most High. There's something really beautiful and sacred about celibacy. And I did not go into this thinking that I was going to experience these things. This is just a byproduct. I moved away from my hometown and I cut off any toxic relationships. It was just a chance for me to get to know myself, and that's what happened. The longer that you abstain from sex, it's kind of like the deeper the bond gets with yourself. Like you get to know yourself more and more, and after a while you kind of forget about sex. So you forget, it's like easier to release and let go, shed your past. It's a chance for renewal. It's a chance for rebirth. It's kind of like just a new you, a new version of yourself. And so I feel like I'm so grateful for this journey because I've learned to honor myself and honor my body. It's been a chance for me to work on my self-worth, self-respect, self-love, which is why I talk about these things so much, you guys, because if you're like me, and I know so many of us, like if you lose your virginity as a teenager, I was 18 years old when that happened, you know, it's like you're just a kid. You don't really know who you are. After a while, like once you become sexually active, if you don't take a break, you can just get lost in the world and lost in relationships that may not be serving you. You don't know who you are. You can just create a big mess. You start to look for your validation and love outside of yourself. You want to make love with somebody when you're truly in love, and you can't truly be in love unless you know who you are and you know who that other person is. And so I feel like our culture right now, we're rushing, you know, we're rushing the process. Everybody wants to feel love, but is it really love or is it lust? You know, and people are just moving off of superficial things and moving really fast, situationships like non-commitment and just all these things that end up hurting us. When you mix sex with that, it just turns into a big mess. It's kind of like people are acting like they're in marriages when they're not, you know, and then later on, like being heartbroken. Okay, well, it's just about coming back to purity, in my opinion. And so what celibacy is really like is about like a journey with you and God, and it's beautiful. I think it's a chance for you learn how to value yourself more. You start to care for yourself more and protect your emotional health and your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health. You don't want anyone to contaminate that. You don't want anyone who doesn't love you as much as you love yourself to be in your energy. You stop entertaining people who like don't really care about you. And yeah, and so I feel like that's the first thing. Like celibacy teaches you how to love yourself. It teaches you to value yourself and respect like your inner being. You realize like you're way more than your body. You know, you get in tune with your soul, and you start to vibrate higher, and then it's easier to see like, okay, who's for you, who is not for you. So what is celibacy really like? The second thing that I've realized on my journey is that I just have become more sensitive to like images that I see, what people are saying. I'm more aware, like even if it's on a commercial, if it's in a song, people around me out and about, because you're more in tune with your soul, you are more aware of what resonates and what doesn't, or what will repel you. So for example, I was out at the store with my daughter, and this woman who was checking out next to me, she was cursing, like over and over and over, like every word she was saying for like a long time, you know? And it was just really irking my soul. Like it was irking my soul, plus I'm here with my daughter. Like there's so many other words you can use, you know, like it's disrespectful. Felt like she was disrespecting herself and everyone around her. So you become more sensitive. If I see like somebody's working online or something like that, it just really, whereas before maybe I was more oblivious to it, now I'm just more sensitive. I'm more in tune with my truest essence, my truest nature, which at your core, you're love. And at your core, you know, it's God within you. And so yes, we all have good and bad, or like dark and light, evil or whatever in us. We all have a shadow self as well. Like nobody is perfect. But when you are on a celibacy journey, you become more sensitive to your environment, more aware of what's going on, what you resonate with, and what's on a completely different frequency. You don't like it, or you at least are aware of it. And I know for me, like it's so easy to be selective now. When you're more sensitive, you're more selective of everything, of your life, of the foods you're eating, of the people you're around, of what you entertain in your mind, what you entertain in the physical realm. And so yeah, I feel like celibacy gets you more in tune with your soul. Not only do you get to know yourself more, build a deeper relationship with yourself more, but you also become more sensitive to your environment, which is a good thing because it's gonna amp up your intuition. It's all about mindfulness and self-awareness. What is celibacy really like? The third thing that it's taught me, or that I've realized, is that I'm able to think much more clearly. I'm able to see things for what they are, manifest faster, because it's like you have a clearer intention. You're clear. You're more in tune with your own energy. You're more aware of your own energy, especially your sexual energy. So you just start to be more in tune with yourself. You know, I feel more alive. I feel more in my body. I feel my body. I know that my body is responding to me. It's like a love story between me and my body. And the same thing can happen for you if you take a break from sex. It's been my experience that you start to build a deeper connection with yourself, inside, outside, like in every way. For example, I still feel sexual energy. I'm still human, you know, and so I become aware of when I'm feeling that way and when I'm not. You become more gentle with yourself, more sensitive with yourself, more self-aware. It's very beautiful. I encourage anybody to go on this little detox or this little break. It doesn't have to be as long as me. It really helps you to, it helps you to build this relationship with self, which is, I feel, incredibly valuable and powerful. So like with the sexual energy, it's creative energy. And so if you are not, if you don't have a partner, if you don't have your husband or whatever the situation, then you can use that sexual energy for your creative endeavors. So you are using that energy, but pouring it into something else that you want to do from your sacral chakra. So it's powerful, it's potent energy. You can use it for something else with intention. If not, it's passionate energy. So if you're not using it with your lover, you can use it for something else. And if you feel inclined to become your own lover in that moment, you can consciously manifest that way. You want to visualize and intentionally manifest by using masturbation, if that's your cup of tea. I know that's a controversial subject, but I'll link a video. I express more of how I feel about it. But yeah, you just become more aware of your own energy, in tune, you're feeling it, and you realize that your body is working for you at every moment. So you respect your body more, you honor your body, you love your body, and you value it. You know that it's like a team, you know, and yeah, it's just really cool. These are things that before I was just literally oblivious to. I never had the chance to do this because we grow up so fast in today's society. So even if you're an adult, if you take a break, these are some of the spiritual things that can happen and physical things that can happen. So you're just more intentional with your energy. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this video. So what is celibacy really like? It is healing. It cleanses you from the inside out, you guys. If you are, let's say you've gone through a rough breakup, or you're trying to detach from like a past relationship, I definitely encourage you to become celibate. You know, just like, don't just rush into something else to try to get over your ex. And maybe that's what the world will tell you to do, you know? But yeah, it's not like the way. Celibacy is incredibly healing to your heart, to your soul, like to your mind, to your body. Celibacy will help to heal you, to renew you, and it is going to be a chance for you to be present with your truest feelings, because I feel like a lot of us can use sex as a distraction, right? And a lot of us have not done the inner work to really heal because we haven't had a chance to. We're too busy at work or in a relationship or whatever else. And so when you're celibate, you have a chance to process how you're really feeling and heal like any trauma that you've gone through. Okay, and all of us have gone through traumatic experiences on earth because we're here to grow and to learn, process how we feel, be present with how we feel instead of pushing it down. So when you're celibate, it's like you're just staring at yourself in the mirror. All those things that you've been pushing down from little kid until adulthood is going to come creeping back up to the surface. Okay, and so again, it's a chance for you to build your self-worth and your self-love and just really be there for yourself. I've learned to be my own best friend because for so long I was focused outward. On my celibacy journey, I've had a chance to focus inward. Okay, it's hard to focus inward if somebody's in you. Okay. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, okay? And so go inside, build that relationship with yourself, face yourself, and have a chance to feel your feelings, be there for yourself, and then also release it. You know, journal, purge, detox. And this, while you do this inner work, you're gonna feel like a close bond to yourself. It's gonna feel like real, true love. And the best part of this is that then your outside world, you're gonna attract people that genuinely love you because now you really love yourself. So if you're struggling in a toxic relationship, or if you are going through a hard time in your life, I encourage you to start a celibacy journey, you know, because it's gonna give you time with yourself and it's gonna give you a chance to heal. It's very, very healing, like honey. So during my celibacy journey, I have just learned what patience is really all about, you guys. Okay, and it's really taught me just how to build my faith and connect with the spiritual realm, connect with God. These principles that we learn, you learn why they're there. You just start to embody patience, and it's so beautiful, it's so worth it. This world is so fast-paced, but patience is a virtue. When you're patient, you recognize that, like, real love, it takes time. It's not something you can rush, and you are like gold, you are like diamonds, and you're valuable. And so your soul doesn't want to rush. Your soul wants to take its time and build relationships with people that are deep and have a root, so that there's like a solid foundation and that it's real and genuine. And so I feel like that's what I've been learning. I've been learning to trust God, because when we're just rushing about in life and you just end up hooking up with somebody, or you have a partner that it kind of just fell together, but it wasn't really intentional, then there can be a lot of chaos that happens from something like that. So when you just take a step back and you're just on this journey, just you and God, you're discerning, your intuition is alert, you're mindful, you're sensitive, you're self-aware, you have self-love, self-worth, you're going to be protecting your heart, protecting your energy. You're going to attract better people into your life, like people with a better character, because they've also done the work that you've done in your life. It's very easy to tell the difference. Like, they just want me for my body, they're just after this, they're playing games, versus somebody who actually values you. And so with patience, you learn discernment, and yeah, I feel like patience and also faith, like God will bless you throughout this journey. That's what he's been doing for me. Source, he, she, like spirit has been blessing my life, like more than ever before. I'm not saying it's because I'm celibate. I'm saying it's because I've become mindful of God more. I've leaned on God, I've called on God, I've connected with God, prayed to God, realized God is me inside, and the connection has just deepened. And then it's like, God is so loving, so then God gives to me everything I need and more, and then surprises me too with like beautiful things that I thought were only in my dreams, and God says, here, no, it's real, and so it's just very, very, very beautiful. Celibacy builds your faith. What has celibacy really been like, you guys? You learn to trust yourself again. You learn to be in touch with your intuition. You learn that you are your best guide inside, because that connection deepens with your soul, with yourself. And I feel like that's one of the most valuable things, because when you are having sex, especially with someone who's not really for you, who's like damaging, like a toxic relationship, damaging your mental health, your emotional health, if someone's not good for you and you're just doing it to distract yourself, or just doing it because of whatever reason, you start to lose yourself, make excuses for your behavior, things become foggy, you're swayed like the wind, you don't know who you are, you lose your values, your integrity. And so what celibacy has taught me is just that, to trust myself again, how to trust myself, how to have control over my own body and my own decisions. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you just how to carry yourself, like back to the basics, back to your innocence, back to your purity. And so it's beautiful, because you realize that everything you need is already within you. It's already inside of you. Like when you're looking for answers, they're inside of you, because that's where God dwells, like in you. You're sacred. Your body is holy. It's not a toy. It's not a tool. It's not for somebody else to use you like you're disposable. You're valuable. You're divine. And so you just become aware of who you are. You hold your head up high. you're like, wait a minute, what was I doing? I was tripping. And it's okay, you know, because we're all just learning. So it's not about judging one another. It's about coming to know yourself, know thyself, know your power, honor yourself. So that's like one of my most favorite things about this journey is just like, I've come back home to me. I feel safe in my body. I'm in control of me. My decisions are coming from my soul, my spirit. Intentionally, it's not being swayed like by the outside as much. We all can be influenced, but I'm just saying, like, when you're celibate, like, your bond is tight, like with your own soul. So these are the things that celibacy has taught me. Was it so bad? No. Was it so bad? It's not over. I'm still very much celibate. But yeah, I hope this video has helped you, and drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're on this journey, if you've been considering it. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. You know, sex is considered a taboo topic in our society, but there's no need to be afraid. You got here because two people had sex. So God created sex. There's no shame tied to it, you know? And so we're free to express ourselves, but I just would say be respectful. We're all grown at the end of the day, right? So anyways, I love you guys so much. I'm sending you power and healing and love on your journey, and give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.